If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. Incredible, guys, we've been predicting this since the break of this 519 and 5.4 cent resistance. We were calling for a 10-cent Kaspa. Of course, in the video updates, you've heard that I'm giving you more specific levels such as 9.5 cent. It's better to say 10 cent in titles and in thumbnails rather than a 9 cent in the thumbnail. But yeah, it is 9.5 cent that is the target. It's more likely than not going to burst through and hit that 10 cent psychological level as well. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you actually take this trade? We're going to analyze this today in detail on where this could be going once 10 cent is broken, key levels of support that it must maintain in order to keep pumping through 10 cent. If you want to stay tuned and are going to enjoy this update, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you want to get educated, then I have multiple things in place for you to learn how you can trade just like me and predict these moves. Again, since the breakout, this is a current move of 70% given free here on the channel. Wow, I know us holders are taking advantage of these returns, but if you aren't yet, if you want to trade these moves and if you want to learn it for yourself, use the links in the description down below. I'm more than happy to help you get to the same level and learn the exact same strategies that I use daily in my analysis. Took a trade the other day, or last night and the other day, on Bitcoin, and they profited very, very nicely. If we look at that very briefly, so we can see here on the 30-minute over here that we have a 4.6 reward and a 5.26. So let's just call it 5.3 reward. So pretty much a 10 reward. This would mean I have to lose the next 10 trades in a row to lose all this profit. Links are in the description down below for more information. So now that we're back on the daily time frame for Kaspa, let's see where it could be going up to next. So we do have targets at 15, 22 and 26 cent. I have shown this in previous updates, and we cannot suggest that this is going to be the bull market top, even though it's the highest possible targets that we can gain from the Kaspa chart. Again, I can't go from this and expect higher. So we hit the two targets and then we had this correction, and then this is the most recent big dump. Say if we go from here, you can see that it's not higher. So this is the highest technical target that we have for Kaspa, but it's not a suggestion that it is going to be the bull market top. Please understand this. Bitcoin is nowhere near overcooked and signaling that the top is in. We haven't even broken the all-time high, and Kaspa is so close to this target. So we're going to skyrocket through these. It's just at some point in the future when we do get a correction like this, it is going to allow me to tell you guys we have further targets to the upside, and I'll give you those exact levels, just as we have been suggesting over the past few days and weeks that we would be coming into 10 cent if we ever see a breakout of this location. While we were underneath, we were always analyzing, showing you the potential downside scenarios, how there was a 3.9 cent target. You can see that would have been just coming down to the 200 EMA on the daily time frame, and at that point, this is the bottom of your uptrend. Look, we're in this uptrend, this is the bottom of it, and we made a new high. So even if we were consistently getting trapped underneath this resistance, and let's say at that final point it failed to break through, then that would have been the bottom anyway, and then we would have continued higher. So luckily enough for you guys, I always prepare for the scenarios when we are stuck in ranges. If we fail to break a resistance, we're looking for the downside scenario. If we break the resistance, we're already prepared for the bullish scenario, which was a 10 cent target. And when we place our fibs on this low over here, on this most recent pullback, we've got lots of suggestions that 9.5 to 10 cent is going to be met through these fibs, but also the much larger scaled fibs as well. And so at that point, we might put in a correction, guys. We've been pumping over 70% in days. So literally in 4 or 5 days, we pumped 70%. So if we start to come down now, it's not the end of the world. In fact, where would we need to come down to? The 20 moving average, as it's right there as of today's current price. If we were to reject from here, this will start to drag up. So it could be in this area or this area over here. So all we now need to realistically do is find a higher low above this previous high. You don't have to come down to it. Support and resistance flips would suggest that, but we know that there's moving averages that stand in the way that, again, could potentially stop us from correcting all the way back down to this previous resistance and support. If we do get down to 5 cent again, which would be a 50% dump from currently where we are, about that, then it's going to give us crazy opportunities for the one that's been left behind. But please do understand that today's current price, even though we've pumped 70% in this week, today's current price is so insignificant in terms of where Kaspa is going to be. So don't feel like you're an idiot if you've missed out, you haven't got any Kaspa yet. Please understand, we're so far away from the bull market targets that even buying at today's current price, and even if you did, and it does dump 50%, 40 to 50%, understand that we're nowhere near the top of the bull market. So eventually you will go higher. So whether you bought today and you get dumped on, you're going to go into profit eventually. Or whether you wait for it to come down to key levels, you buy and you've bought the higher low. It doesn't really matter. It's all so insignificant, everyone, because if you're worrying about buying between 5 and 10 cent, it's just a 5 cent range. I know from here to there it's a double. I understand that, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to matter long term when we're at $1, $2, $3, $4, however high Kaspa does actually go in this upcoming bull market. It's really exciting times ahead, and all we now need to see if we do correct is a support above this resistance. Again, we've got the 20 moving average acting as our shorter term trend line. So if we just continue to hold above it, you can see continue above, and then we just climb higher. Even if we come down to it, if it's held, we will climb higher. Next target would be 15 cent, 22 cent, and 26/27 cent for Kaspa. At that point, there are no targets beyond there. So the only thing that we could potentially do at that point is wait for a correction within this area, fall back to key levels of support, and then we would use our fibs just as we did here from the top to the bottom to gain these future targets, which could be above 50 to 70 cent for Kaspa. So very exciting times ahead. Still a further move of 190% up ahead. We've called this all here on the channel totally for free. If you want to get educated and do this all for yourself, use the links in the description down below. Go ahead and watch my Bitcoin updates where we took a deep dive into those 2 trades that I took in this past 2 days. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow me on Twitter as well. Let's get those followers up over there. Let's get to 2.5k followers. That is where you'll be notified of when these videos come out at the exact moment, as well as any further updates and charts that I post over on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll catch you in the next Kaspa update. If any of you are interested in learning how to trade just like me, there's multiple options. Click this ebook. It covers all the strategies that I use in these YouTube updates, so you will have all the same skills. Covers the Japanese candlestick, chart patterns, support and resistance, why I use EMAs over trend lines, Fibonacci's, divergences, and again, using these all together to profit using them. I've also got a discount on my course at the moment, which ends at the end of this month. So that's down to £100. You also gain free access to my Discord community for the next 3 months, where you can expect to be a part of 12 to 24 group mentorship calls. If you want something that's a bit more personalized to your needs, then join my one-to-one mentorship plan. You can choose 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help, and included will be the 3 months free in the community, as well as my 6-hour long video course.